Okay, we're live again. I'm just gonna copy this link, paste it on my Telegram so we can share the link, and that'll be it. Okay, one sec, just gonna enter the game. Okay. Okay, I'm in game right now. Gonna accept the custom match. Come on. Okay. Stream link. Come on. Go through, man. Okay, yeah, it's gone through. Okay. All right. Let me just adjust myself and okay. So let's get in. Let's get in. No. Death Trap versus Jaegerists tonight. Apologies. I was setting up and doing my thing, so I was in the Okay, all right. Okay. Welcome all to tonight's match, tonight's fixtures. So we have Death Traps and we have Jaegerist playing tonight, and we have one last member on Death Traps side. We already have Mitch, Shadow, Phantom, Sam's Glory on the side of Death Trap. Then we have Nightmare, YK, Kirk, Jaeger, and Black Surge on the side of Jaegers. And Death Traps have gotten their last member. Once they're already up, we can go in immediately. Okay, so comment section, drop your predictions right now, so I'll hold someone to it once the game ends. Oh my goodness. Okay, ready up, let's get into it so I can stop the music and really focus on what's going on here, or I tone it down a little bit. Okay, so Jaegerist or Death Trap, who is gonna win this? Who's gonna take this home? What do you guys think, chats? What do you guys think? Okay, we are in. Tone down the music a little bit. Okay, so Death Trap gets the first ban, and let's see what Sam's Glory is gonna ban. I see Phantom, Mitch at the first and the second selectors, and then Black Surge and Nightmare on the side of Jaegerist as the first and second selectors. Sam's Glory, is he gonna miss the ban? He misses the ban. Sam's Glory misses the ban. My goodness, wow, that's not a good thing to miss a ban in a tournament match. That slot is a very valuable slot. You really don't want to miss it. You only get 3 bans. Matty's ban, okay, a valid one. But let's see what Death Traps are up to. Let's see what they are up to. Okay, okay. Someone says Death Trap wins. I can see that Lawal says Death Trap wins. All right, I'll hold you to that, Lawal. I'll hold you to that. But let's see. Okay, Jaegerist takes down the Melissa and puts her on lockdown. It's actually quite valid. Melissa is a pretty formidable marksman with the range and balanced damage and range as well. Sicilian has the first pick, a very good pick. Sicilian has good poke, good damage in the late game, and good scaling. A Zask from Nightmare. Okay. I really don't have much. Yeah, I think Zask is a pick in which if you play him well and you know what you're doing, I think you can still make a difference with him as well. Even if the lineup is not in your favor, I think Zask is a hero that is really situational. But if you know what you're doing, Black Surge goes with the Balmond. Balmond is a very good character. He has true damage on the ultimate, and he does this world's damage that does continuous damage, and it's a pretty decent hero, and the hero can get really tanky fast. Badang, I like how Death Traps are balancing between damage and CC. Badang is like the king of CC amongst the fighters. He has lots of it, and then you have Death Trap also goes with the Sam's Glory locking down the Hylos. That's actually a very nice frontliner, right there with the Hylos. And then Kirk locking down the Granger, a very nice pick. Granger is a very solid marksman, high burst damage and continuous damage at the same time. So Granger is really OP right now, and is a Hanzo ban from YK as marking the third and final ban from the side of Jaegerist. Let's see what Mitch is gonna respond. Let's see how Mitch is gonna respond, and let's see what he's gonna take down, as his third and final ban. Death Trap missed their first ban, so they only get 2 bans in this game, in this first fixture. They take down the Gato, Steel Bones, a very valid takedown. Gato is a very formidable foe in the enemy. People not still banning Granger. Melvin, well, seems like some people can, fare without banning him. But let's see how Death Trap fare without, banning the Granger, and the Granger on the enemy team with Kirk on the Granger. Let's see what Kirk can do, whether he can maximize the potential of Granger in this match. And Jaeger is locking down the Chip. Chip is a very good roam, which he can really, bring your enemies and coordinate team fight, initiate team fight as well, and really, create rendezvous situations. Chip is a very overpowered roam if you know what you're doing. He has good vision, good rotation. And then Shadow trying to lock down the Beatrix here with the M4 skin on display. That is a really nice skin, a beautiful skin. I really admire that skin. Which Mitch locking down the Amon. Oh, the the Karina instead. Oh, the Amon. Mitch is locking down the Amon, and that is that. YK makes the final pick. Let's see what YK is going to go for. The X-Bug, my goodness, a character that I have fallen in love with over the recent days. I have fallen in love with, my goodness. Let's see what X-Bug is. Let's see what X-Bug will do, because there's a lot of things here. I mean, X-Bug can be very effective against Beatrix. It can be very effective against Amon. X-Bug's AoE can unveil Amon's, cloak, and it goes with the edit instead. Wow. Okay, so that's all for the draft, and here we have Phantom, T-Rex, Sam's Glory, Shadow, and Mitch on Deathtrap side, and Black Surge, Nightmare, Kirk, Jaeger, and YK on Jaegeri's side. So drop your ballots in, and let's get into the game and see what happens. As they will always say in the Hunger Games, may the odds forever be in the best of squads' favor, as we kick off in the first match of tonight by 8 p.m. today. Oh my goodness, I am actually looking forward to this one. I can see that Phantom is really, using his illusionist skin. That skin is a very nice skin, especially if you have the Camilla, version. It goes really well, and the skins are facing each other, and let's see what happens. Let's see the outcome of this game. I think Deathtrap's draft is actually pretty solid compared to Jaegerists. The Jaegerists are lacking CC. Deathtrap packs a lot of it with Hylos, Badang, and Sicilian. Yeah, Jaegerists barely have any CC in their team, to be very honest with you. So I really don't know what Jaegerists are planning, but let's see what they are planning on how they can counter the level of CC that Deathtraps are cooking for them. Let's see what they have against them. Let's see what they have against them. Let's see what happens. Okay, we are in. Sorry about that. Okay, we are in, and the game is live. All right. As we start, Mitch is trying to jungle with Sam's Glory assisting him, but I can see that Black Surge is jungling alone here, while Chip comes to support him. I think Mitch is gonna take down the orange buff quickly and faster than with Sam's Glory's help, because Hylos is dealing magic damage and physical damage simultaneously to the creep. Yeah, I predicted that. And Balmond is already done. Wow, that is pretty interesting. Zaz tries to help him so he can rotate and take the Lito easily. And Mitch is too late. Mitch hasn't even taken his second buff yet. But Black Surge had to forsake his second buff to get Lito on time, prioritizing creeps. I think that's one thing that Mitch has to learn, especially as a jungler, and in a tournament match where every single creep counts. You want to really get the most out of the creeps around you and the creeps in your enemy jungle as well. Farm as fast as possible. And like I said, Chip is positioning for the first gank. The Beatrix needs to be careful, unless she's gonna be the first blood, and really no one wants to be the first blood. Chip right there with the movements there. That's one good thing about Chip. Can easily cover the map and move across the map faster than any other hero in the game can. And that is one unique thing about him that just makes him so good when it comes to team fight coordination and initiation. Chip has that really, really nice speed with the teleportation around the four corners of the map. And Eddie's trying to pressure Badang here, but it doesn't seem to be enough. Turtle spawns in 10 seconds, and Mitch isn't getting any closer. Mitch trying to staying on the mid lane, recall spamming. I really don't understand Mitch's priorities here, especially with Sam's Glory. Sam's Glory isn't even level 4. Black Surge not taking it likely. Black Surge already baiting the Lord. They recall spamming to get the attention of Echo. All right. It seems like Deathtraps are having some kind of issues here, and I think Jaegeris are having some kind of problems, or either of the teams are having problems, and they are calling the attention of Echo to pause the game. Okay, so the game is paused right now, guys, and we just gonna have to wait until it's resumed. I think they're having some kind of issues either with the players' connection or the players' network, or something is wrong amongst their teams, or a player has gone AFK or something. They're calling signaling Echo's attention to stop the game, to prevent giving the other team an advantage over them, which is actually fair. If you think about it, it's a very fair rule they put in place there. So we got 29 minutes of pause time. I don't think it's going to take that long, but I think Echo is going to resume it really, really soon. So until then, let's listen to the sound of music while we coordinate some other things in the background so that you guys can enjoy a seamless game. And what I have for you guys here on my playlist is Dare to Be Great by Mobile Legends Bang Bang, the M4 theme song. Enjoy. Okay, I think we're back to the game. All right. As Black Soldier already starting the turtle here, taking the advantage of the proximity to the turtle before Mitch catches up, but Edit and Chip zoning him out. Hylo's doing his thing and using his aura to stop Edit. Edit in a bad position, about to become the first blood by Mitch, but survives it as she used her ultimate, and Sam goes down. Phantom using the blood fest. Zask tries to pressure him and pulls. Cicillion flickers out of the place, but Chips tries to catch up and Zask finish up the job. Well, to be honest, I think we all saw that coming because Cicillion was in a very bad position. Even with Bat Fest, it wasn't enough to, get out of that situation. Plus, Sam, pressured too much and stayed too much in that position, which wasn't actually a good thing. Because a Hylos can only take so much damage. Hylos is not immortal. Hylos will eventually die if enough people pressure him. I can see that Badang tries to pressure Zax there, but Zax notices that and flickers out easily. That was a very good reflex there by Zask actually, because if Badang has actually caught him in that position, it wouldn't have been nice. He had already used his ult already, so that would have been a super easy kill for T-Rex there. So really nice reflexes there. Hylos and Mitch positioning right there for the gank against Granger, but Granger notices that, and also Chip and Zaz trying to reinforce him and also try to support him as well as Barmond clears up on the buff, on the orange buff right there to support them. Is this gonna be a breakout gank? I don't think so. Beatrix notices that and moves even backward in our turret as they push forward on the mid lane. Wow. I like the safe gameplay that both teams are playing here. Nothing really risky, nothing really daring here. Just both teams trying their best not to overdo things. I see Edit commits onto Badang here, but only just taking advantage of a passive as T-Rex misses his S2. Or was there a defensive S2? Well, did he actually use that? Oh, YK gets him with his S1, S2, but is that going to be... Wow, no one is really committing here with the Tortu. Black Surge getting the Tortu. Zask engaging Mitch. And Mitch in a bad position. Mitch is going to go down. Gets away with the invisible armor as Black Surge goes down. Chip going down. Bat first release. Phantom pursuing Nightmare. Nightmare already using his ult. Phantom pressuring, using his basic attack. But Nightmare knows Sanguine Claws wasn't enough to catch Nightmare as Nightmare exits the battlefield. That was a very nice escape there by Mitch, actually. Using the invisible armor to get away was his only ticket out of there. To be honest, if he had stayed any far longer than he did, he would have gone down. We have another pause. I think there's some serious network issues going on here, guys. So let's take another break and we'll be right back on this. Okay, we're back. A Nightmare recovers as he realizes that the game has been on pause. Sanguine close then enough to catch him out of range as Granger tries to pressure Beatrix. They're going in a little poke here. I like how Jaegerist and their traps are just poking safely. Don't engage too much, don't overcommit, just poke a little, clear your minions, last hit your minions and get out of there. Only engage when necessary. So we also see the same with Edit and Badang here. They just poke a little and just leave. Don't overcommit, don't over engage, don't use up your resources. It's not necessary, it's not worth it. Just wait until the proper team fight or the late games. It seems like both teams are playing on the same strategy here, but let's see what happens as Zask and Chip positions well for the gank against Beatrix, but Beatrix notices that and moves even backward in her turret. Everyone is aware of the risks involved as Nightmare tries to poke with a turret. Nice Peric spawn. Granger takes advantage of her positioning and tries to use his ultimate, but it's not enough. It's not enough. Rhapsody doesn't have enough damage in the early game to attack with such long range. So Badang and Bit and Edit here just doing their little poke as Chip comes in to even the population there. Okay, Hylos engages there. Hylos engages, but Granger notices that and uses Sakata to move backward. Sam's Glory low, trying to recall back to the base to get some HP as Balmond cuts the lane on the EXP lane, giving it an advantage to rotate to the turtle, but it's not. Is it going to be enough? Mitch notices that and tries to support Sicilian in the mid, but Chip and Zask is not going to give him chance for that turtle. They are already trying to zone them out with a Nightmaric Spawn. Someone close catches Zask, but it's not going to be enough as it halves his HP, but it's not enough. The poke and hit and touch is not enough. This team needs a full-on engagement. Sanguine Claws not catching anybody out of range, but Chip and Zask, as both teams secure the objective and get out of there. We still haven't had a full-on team fight till now. That is pretty interesting. As they try to take the tier 1 on the mid, Sicilian gets in the bad position, flickers out, using the bat first to get out and get that speed advantage. As Mitch tries to engage, use the invisible armor to get out. Sanguine Claws on 3 people. As Zask morphs in with the Nightmaric Spawn, Batman goes in with a swirl, but it's not the range. The range Hylos goes in with the... Oh my goodness. Somewhere close catching Balmond as he tries to use his ultimate, and it goes down with the help of Amon and Beatrix. But oh my goodness, a 3-man from Balmond there as Mitch follows up and finishes them off. Mitch goes down as punishment for making that risky move. You know, one thing about Amon is that once you're exposed once you're exposed and you've lost your armor, you need to be very careful. You are very vulnerable at that point. And you're fighting against, as Amon is fighting against characters that have AoE. Betrayal Edit as AoE, Zask as AoE, Balmond, Chip, and the rest. You know, they have AoE. So you're fighting against players that have AoE. These are well calculated and well thought out, lineup as Jaeger and Kirk try to take out the tier 1 on the gold lane. They're going to take it out because Beatrix is not anywhere close. I don't know what game Shadow X is watching, but he really needs to clear out his lane as Sicilian tries to zone out Edit from taking out the tier 1 on the EXP lane. Zask and Chip really rotating, trying to do the flank against Sicilian. Sicilian in a bad position. Phantom about going down, and he goes down. Oh my goodness, but it goes down to Zask instead of Balmond because he was outside of the range as take down the tier 1 on the EXP lane. 10 seconds to Lord. And the tier 2 on the EXP lane is vulnerable, but Balmond and Edit not going for it. Instead, camping around the Lord. Same with Beatrix, Amon, and Hylos. Sam's Glory not leading the charge. Seems like they're really leaving this Lord, to the other guys to take, because I think this is going to be an easy Lord for Black Surge to take. I mean, there's no competition, and the both teams still don't want a full-on engagement. We still haven't seen a full-on, team fight with both teams. The first Lord is taken by Black Surge as Amon and Hylos push for the tier 1 on the EXP lane. So there still isn't a full-on engagement, and nothing is really happening because both teams. Okay, I can say Badang is trying to play pressure high Chip, but that's not enough as Sam Glory signals the retreat, both of them retreating. Zask engaging Amon, but is it going to be enough? Mitch goes down to Zask as the Samurai Claus tries to retreat the Nightmaric Spawn, but Nightmare was already in the spawn, so it was unaffected by the CC. Lord comes in as Badang engages but retreats, uses S2 as a defensive skill instead. Okay. So Lord is charging in at the center. Sicilian trying his best to clear out with the Sanguine Claws. Hylos Sam Glory trying to reduce with his S2. But Balmond, Black Surge looking for an opening. Bat first already used and the Lord is taken down. This is just a defensive play. I think Death Traps are playing defensively in this game. This is a pure defensive play. They're not really engaging. They're not really. Edith is trying to do something here, but she's not sure. There's no backup. There's no assistance. If she commits, she's gonna go down immediately. And Death Trap resorts to moving together in groups of 4. That could be the strategy that could actually take down, as Edith takes down the tier 2 on the EXP lane. But Tires comes in opposition, but it's not enough as the minions finishes the job. Chip trying to pressure the mid, but Sam's Glory not giving them chance. Mitch looking for an opening here on Nightmare, but Nightmare already has his ultimate back. And Granger trying to pressure with Sakata. Kirk really dishing out that damage, getting the penetration in. Oh my goodness, I think Jägerists are really doing a nice job here. They're really poking so hard, zoning out at the same time. Sangwa Close catches Granger and Jaeger, and Kirk flickers out in panic as Edith goes down, and Beatrix trying to release a lot of damage with Wesker, but it's not enough. Flickers out as Mitch leaves immediately as well, using Retribution already as a resort to using the Invincible Armor to heal up and gain back the HP he lost in that engagement. I think Sam's Glory is really struggling to be the front line in this game, because I don't really see much spearheading of team fights that Sam's Glory is doing. I think Sam's Glory, everyone is just playing too safe. Black and Jägeris are really taking risks, really pushing them. They're really pushing you guys, and you're also just playing safe. And to be honest, if they continue like this, if they don't take some kind of calculated and strategic risk with Hilo spearheading it, I think Black Surge is going to have a second easy load on his hands, which unfortunately he does, because all of Death Trap's members are behind. They are not even trying to compete. Hylos is, Mitch is trying to look for an opening here, but Hylos is not exactly, giving him the go-ahead. I really don't understand Sam's Glory play, but I think he should have at least given Mitch a fighting chance there. Mitch signaled, Mitch positioning gave the idea that he wanted to fight, he wanted to, contest for that Lord, but Hylos wasn't really giving him the chance. Kirk trying to really pressure here with Sakado, gets caught by Sanguine Claws, and the bat, attack, and the Lord goes in, attacks the inhibitor turret as he releases back first. Amon tries to engage, Zack morphs into the Nightmare spawn, tries to pressure Mitch, but Mitch cloaks himself in the Invisible Armor, getting in the way, becoming untargetable as Black Surge takes down the first turret, and it morphs and releases the Thunder Wrath, and it goes down, tries to pressure Mitch. Mitch cloaks himself as Edith has no target. Samuel Close about to get her, but she gets away from range just in time. Sam's Glory tries to clear out the remaining minions. Jaeger is slow, but still forcing the team fight. Bad first release on Sicilian's end. Oh my goodness, I love how Jaegerists are really taking risk here. Kirk is half HP. Most of them are half HP. Oh my goodness, two-man Sanguine Claws there by Phantom. And he goes down, and Black Sword takes down Hylos. And Mitch follows him in the graveyard. Not enough. Sanguine Claws out of range. Black Sword taking risk. Jaeger is taking game 1. That was crazy. That was insane. That was insane risk there by Jaegerists. They were all half HP, and they still gambled with the game. I love that. There was an easy wipe out there for Death Trap if they had played their cards right, but unfortunately they didn't. So that game is gone. And the first game is down, guys. What do y'all think about this game? Let me know in the comment section. Okay, while we wait for the second match. So what do you think? Yeah, they're really OP. I agree with that. Demon Kai. Death Traps are. Jaegerists really took a lot of risks in that game, and the thing is, Death Trap, they didn't really. I think if they are taking some kind of collaborated, calculated risks, I think they could have played aggressive rather than safe. I mean, playing safe didn't really get them much, get them far in that game, right? Because if they had really gone that far, if they are taking calculated risk, I think things would have been different right there. But then again, like I always say, game is never over until it's over. So if Death Traps want to make a comeback on this, if they want to change the outcome of this, then they should really adjust their strategies, rethink things, and and really just plan and strategize how they're going to make a comeback this time around, so they can end the night in a draw. Because if they don't, and if they still keep playing safe, I don't think Death Traps are going to have a nice outcome tonight in tonight's game. I think they should learn to take some calculative risks sometimes. And I think Sam's Glory should also learn how to be spearheading as well. As the roamer, you are responsible for some certain decisions. There's certain decisions you take that will either make or mar your team. and they can either cause your team to wipe out the enemy team or cause your own team to get wiped out. I think that time that Mitch was signaling Sam's Glory, I think if Sam's Glory had, made a calculated gamble in that place for Mitch, I think it would have ended out differently from how, Yegaris had easy lords. They wouldn't have had easy lords in that game. I think Death Traps would have given them a run for their money and at least competed for the Lord right there, rather than just giving them an easy, Lord right there. So Death Trap lost. Someone said the Death Traps are gonna win the first game, and unfortunately they didn't. I'm just gonna invite Echo back in. It seems like he left the last time. So Death Traps, you have a lot of supporters in the comment section, but let's see what happens in the next game. Yegaris coming in, Kirk and Nightmare coming in, as well as the Jaeger himself. So we're just gonna wait until the lobby is full so we can get into it and see how the second game turns out. I really hope Death Traps will learn from their mistakes and readjust, re-strategize, and make plans and make future plans, and also contingency plans for when their main plans don't go according. Because I really think, you having the same gameplay or you executing the same strategy you used in the last game, I don't think it shows some level of adaptability by the teams. I think if you can adapt and if you can really, really, realize that, okay, look, we played this last match and us playing safe and us just not fully committing and just poking gradually, that didn't quite work for us, because Death Traps, Yegaris have shown to be a team. They've shown themselves to be a team that take risks. I mean, in that last minute, most of them were half on HP, especially their marksman, and they still took risks, and they still ended that game. Yegaris knew that Death Traps weren't willing to gamble on that game, and they pushed it, and they took a lot of risks there, and they won that game. So I think Death Traps should sometimes gamble on some certain things, and see how it works. If no risk, no reward. No risk, no reward as well. So if you really want to really know how things will work out with you, you should really, really try your best to take some calculative risk as well. Calculated risk, with Sam's Glory spearheading those risks. Mitch can only give signals that he wants to compete, but if Sam's Glory does not give him the opening or create an opening for him, Mitch cannot go in alone. That's suicide. A jungler cannot go in and compete for a turtle, especially if he's using a type of jungler that is very squishy and vulnerable to CC, like Amon. So I think Death Traps should rethink and re-strategize, and I think the next game should be in their favor, like you guys are, saying. All right. So next game is what we are waiting for right now. And it seems like Yegaris are missing out on one person, and once we get that one person, we kick off and everyone readies up and we go into the game and we see the draft. I think one of the things about Mobile Legends games is it all starts from the draft. You see, if the draft goes really well, there's a good chance that the game is going to as well. I would always say this, and a friend of mine would always say it's controversial, because it's not about the draft and the picks, it's about how you use the pick. You might lose the draft and still win the game. While that is true, but the draft, getting a good draft against your teammates can make your game easier for you. I mean, it can reduce the level of difficulty to a degree and make it easier for you to win, even if your teammates aren't that competent in the game as well. It makes life a whole lot easier. It improves your quality of life, especially when you are playing again with randoms and against pros. So I don't know what's really going on here with Yegarist. It seems like the one person that was online that completed the numbers in Yegarist, has gone offline, because Yegaris are really struggling with their last member and it's taking quite a while. 2 minutes left for Yegaris. Echo has signaled the deadline. If they don't get in someone within 2 minutes, Death Traps are going to take this as a free win. Honestly, I really want to see what Death Traps can whip up in the second game. I really want to see their comeback. So I really don't, I really don't want them to get an easy win like that. I really want to see whether Death Traps have a team that can adapt, have a team that can re-strategize, and have a team that can move along with the flow of the battles to win. Okay, I'm just gonna start. If you guys notice, Yegaris don't have any squad tag. Their squad members are just without squad tags, and it's kind of funny and it's kind of unique. I like that. I like that uniqueness that Yegaris are bringing. I mean, every squad wants to have a squad tag that kind of works with their ideology within the squad. But funny enough, Yegaris don't actually have any squad tag. All of them are just blank, or maybe they do, is just blank. Okay, so all right, the first ban there goes from DT, and it's a Zask. It seems like Phantom really traumatized them right there. Oh my goodness. It seems like the Zask really pressured Mitch in that game, because a Zask ban is something that, doesn't really happen much in tournaments, because we have other bans like the Sicilian, and the Juicing. So banning a Mattis for the second time. Wow, they're really not letting it go on the Ashura King right there. They're really not letting it easy on him. And we have a Melissa ban on Yegaris side, as Yegaris are just basically repeating their bans, and Phantom also repeating his pick from last game as well. So I think there's really nothing new with DT this time around, and Kirk as well repeating his pick. Seems like history is gonna repeat all over again. Well, if he does, that's a loss on Dead Trap side. Okay, Nightmare choosing Afasa. Oh my goodness, we're gonna be seeing some feathered air strikes. I really want to look forward to that. Nightmare using the Purify battle spell right there, taking advantage of that Fasa's range and attack. I really like that. These are really high burst characters on the side of Yegaris, because Granger has very high damage output, and Fasa as well. Sam's Glory finally going with a tank that can deal damage passively, not actively like Hylos. With Belric and the Deadly Thorns passive, you can really get that passive damage out of it. I really hope Sam's Honor this time around. Oh, there's a Sam's Honor and a Sam's Glory. Wow, I actually didn't notice that detail until right now. That's something. That's definitely something. Okay, Sam's Glory, locking a Hilda this time around. Let's see. Okay, Ero Senpai says Belric will cost them. Well, we're gonna see. Like I said, it's not always about the pick. It's about how you use the pick. So let's see what Sam Honor wants to do. Belric has the Wrath of Dyrad, the Deadly Thorns as well, and Hilda has the Blessing of the Wilderness as well. So let's see what happens. Let's see how they can take advantage of this sustain that they will achieve with their lineup. I don't know if Shadow X is gonna follow up with the sustain lineup, because the person that's really dishing out a lot of damage on the side of Death Trap here is really Phantom. Phantom is the person that's gonna be releasing a shitstorm of magic damage. And wow, a Hanzo pick there from Black Surge. That is a pick that is deadly as hell. Hanzo Sanjo, the strongest ninja, has arrived finally. Let's see what Black Surge is up to. But knowing Black Surge, he's probably going to be a terror to Phantom in this game. Mitch comes in with Karina, the deadly assassin, with the assassin's mark. But nah, his mind is torn between Karina and Amon. Which is he going to go for? A Saber in tournaments. My goodness, he goes for a Saber. Seems like he wants to kill all at once. My goodness. A Phobia's pick there from YK as that ends the draft, and then we get into the game. All right. I think DT is going with a highly mobile pick here. We have Sicilian here with the Barfest mobility, and Sam's Glory with the S1 mobility, and Irithel as well with the lots of mobility. Wow, really trying their best to shut down Hanzo once you see him, or shut down Kirk, once you see him. But Fasa already thinking 2 steps ahead by locking Purify as a battle spell. She can just purify herself from Mitch's ultimate, and that's not going to be really effective. So I think Mitch is going to be targeting mainly Granger in this match. And then there's a lot of vengeance coming right there from Yegaris, as Yeager and YK taking the vengeance right there with Phobius and the Gatoka as we get into the first game. Let's see what Sam's Honor is going to whip up. And Sam's Glory. I can see that Sam's Glory is flaunting his heel, that Zodiac. I really love that Zodiac skin, by the way. And I can see that, Black Surge, that evil tutor from Hanzo is a very nice skin. I really like that skin. It's so simple. It's so simple and so nice as well. And then the Lightsborn Overrider from Granger too is also a very nice, skin. Okay, someone says, Ero Senpai says, if Saber escape Phobius, make her bend. Alright, Saber and Phobius is not really a good matchup, but let's see what, Mitch is gonna do tonight. Let's see what DT are cooking. Okay, so Hanzo already out, Black Surge going in, trying to take the first creep, as Saber returns the favor as well on his end, starting with the blue buff, the purple buff rather, from and Fovio supporting Black Surge here. You know, Hanzo already doing it. Well, that's the thing about Hanzo. You can't be, you don't go faster than this guy. It's impossible. Hanzo is the strongest assassin, and he has an advantage when it comes to early game jungling. You know, okay, there's a pause right there from Echo. It seems like there's an intelligent, signal there from the players to the Echo to pause the game. It seems like there's an inconvenience on their end as well. Could be a player's signal or the player's network or another player going AFK. But let's hear from Echo so we can know what's going on. So while that is going on, the post is going to be for about 2 minutes or 1 minute. But let's listen to the sound of music while we are at it. Apologies right there. It seems like a call came in for me, but I'm just gonna mute that until until I have the chance and I'm off the stream right there. So Black Surge already taking advantage of the purple buff and really taking advantage of the passive of the retribution, leaving the creep for the retribution to finish up. Black Surge taking the little way ahead of Saber. Saber's not even done with his second creep as well, and Black Surge already has an advantage right there. So that's that about Hanzo. It's a very interesting thing because Hanzo has a very good advantage when it comes to early game jungling. Hanzo can reach level 4 as quick as that because Hanzo really is an assassin that stays on the ban for a lot of matches, especially in the Nigerian server. Bro is very, and then Mobile Legends had to take their time and really revamp this guy, making him even deadlier than he was. Oh my goodness, that is a lot to deal with. So nothing major really happening. Like I said, Focus is trying to engage Sam's Glory there. Faster really taking advantage of that Blessing of the Wilderness, getting that shield by really taking advantage of the bushes around her. That's what they call using your environment to your favor or to your advantage. And the turtle spawns in 5 seconds as Hanzo tries to take the last turtle, and then the orange buff respawns again. Okay, Hilda Saber trying to zone out Hanzo here, trying to zone out Black Surge, but Black Surge notices that and uses his S2 to escape from that. Saber trying to get an easy load, but is Black Surge gonna let him? I doubt. Hanekage released from Hanzo's main body, trying to come in there to secure that first one. Black Surge not giving him any chance as the Sanguine Cross is released, and Black Surge takes the first turtle. Black Surge not letting go. Sam's on already pops out the Vengeance as he retreats as he's low. Iritel already trying something here on Nightmare, but Nightmare takes him down with a further airstrike. Black Surge comes into support, but there was no need as Nightmare's got that in the bag. YK trying to engage Sam's Glory, but Sam's Glory really taking advantage of the Blessing of the Wilderness, camping around the bushes around her to get the shield. And Sam's Glory goes in with the Astaro's Eye and the Sinner's Mark. But is that enough to take down Hilda? No. She's way thicker than that. The power of Megalith has enough to spare when it comes to sustain. Hanzo really taking advantage of the creeps around him, farming as fast as possible as we get a second pause from Echo to signal a pause in the thrill and the excitement. Okay, it seems like Echo, the pausing tonight is a bit too excessive. I think I would have to comment on that. That's too much. I mean, that's more than like 6 pulses in one night. I didn't think we'd have this much pulse tonight. But while we wait, let's listen to the sound of music, like I would always say. Okay, we're backing on the excitement as I want to see some more of Hanekage from Black Soldier right there as he releases the Hanekage on Shadow X. Shadow X making a run for it, but Hanekage's teeth comes out as he moves back into Hanzo. But that is not enough. Iritel notices that and moves back with Leo. My goodness. Oh my goodness. Black Soldier keeps giving me the trailer motivating me as Mitch goes in with the attack as Phantom releases the Bat Fest right there. Jaeger trying to compensate there with the steel bones has healed our pressures. Phobius on the EXP lane, but Phobius responses with a Sinner's Mark. Oh my goodness. More on Black Surge, please. More on Black Surge. This guy is giving me a run for my money tonight with the Hanzo pick. But I have to put the notice on Hanzo and with the Sanguine Claws on Phobius. Hilda trying to follow up on that attack, trying to take Phobius down, but that's not enough. Phobius jumps twice, and he goes in. Blackstone trying to compensate and take down Sam's honor with Hanekage as he does, and retreats back. Phantom goes down, Yiga goes down, despite the Steel Bones trying to regen him as Phantom uses the Bat Fest and the S1 to take him down. Black Surge really flaunting the Hanzo there right there, giving us a thrill in the matches. My goodness, Hanekage is one vengeful spirit as the turtle spawns down on the gold lane and Granger tries to rendezvous around it before securing the creep. I can see that Hilda is trying to take down with the Feather Strike, but Cecilia notices that and displaces immediately from his range. That was very, very good reflex, to be very honest. That was good reflex there. Sanguine Claws pops out, but Jaeger is out of range, so he couldn't catch him. They're trying to zone out Sam's honor right there. Mitch is trying to look for an opening there. Beric tries to use the Wrath of Dairat, but he's stunned. And Sanguine Claws catches him, using it to check for the total. Black Sword releases Hanekage again, going for Mitch, but Wrath of Dairat taunts Hanekage and takes down Hanekage. Steelbones popped out, but that is not enough. Both teams retreat because they know that they have a priority. The turtle is still out there as Iritel takes down Black Sword. My goodness. Hanzo is left defenseless without the help of Hanekage. Black Sword goes down as Shadow X shuts him down. Kirk trying to revenge, but I don't think Shadow is interested in the 1v1 as Phobius and Sam's Glory are dueling for the best of fighters. Or should I say, the king of fighters of the EXP lane. Okay, Nightmare really trying to secure this. There's still an objective left to take. I don't really know why Mitch is not really going for this turtle right here. Black Soldier already makes an entrance there before him. Proximity is an advantage. Kirk tries to support as well with the turtle right there. but I don't really see any competition here from Sam's Honor. Sam's Honor goes in and tries to give him an advantage. Lot of Tyrod used, but Blackstone Surge still gets it. Samurai Cross popped and the Black Surge is gone. Federal strike there from Fasa as Shadow X in a dangerous position. Handikage almost, yes. Black Surge goes down. Jaeger gets a wrong avatar of the Guardian there. Couldn't catch Phantom. Phantom gets out. Kirk tries to follow up with the Rhapsody. Crescendo is not enough as he misses his target. Black Surge really low on HP, but still prefers to jungle and farm some creep rather than heal up back at the base. That is some really nice spell there from Black Surge and Lifesteal as well. The mid lane is getting quite hot with Fasa and Gato right there. I love the dueling that Fovios and Sam's Glory is really doing here, because they're just really poking each other. Hey, I know you're not stronger than me, I know I'm not stronger than you, but like let's just do this to waste time. Astaro's eye, senior scores marked, and he's not gonna continue on his attack. As usual, Death Traps are really playing defensive in this game, as Jaegerists are really playing offensive. I really don't know what's going on at bot, but it seems like Jaeger is trying to engage, but that he retreats, realizing that he's not in an advantage right there. And they're trying to take down the tier 1 on the gold lane. Black Surge trying to assist to scare out Irithel with Hanekage. Irithel tries to replace Hanekage. It bites. And then he almost gets her, but she gets out of the way as he takes the tier 1. Turns out that Hanekage was just a decoy in that position to scare Irithel away from defending the tier 1 on the gold lane, as Phobius goes in with a Sinner's Mark on Sam's Glory. But Sam's Glory really keeping a position, maintaining a position as they try to take the tier 1 on the mid lane. But Mitch is just being very, very passive in this game. Federal Airstrike almost released, but not yet. Someone close couldn't catch him. Federal Airstrike releases on the Belric, but that's not enough. Pausing and stretching the duration of the Federal Airstrike there by Fasa to try and see whether she could get more in range. And the Kage released there by Black Surge. We have to see that action on Shadow X. As Shadow X is in a dangerous position. Can he get Hanekage? Can he get Hanekage before he die? But Shadow X knows. Mobs back into Hanzo, taking down Irithel on our way. Shadow X is really the victim in this game, because Hanekage is just going to feed on her. Because, oh my goodness, I really can't see. Federal Airstrike released there by Fasa. We have to takes down Mitch, as Avatar of the Guardian is released there by Granger, but it's not enough. Sangman Claus caught there, but Granger flickers out on time. My goodness. Okay, Sam's Glory in a good position. Fasa in a bad position. Uses the Purify for us to release the CC there. Black Surge has an easy load right here, but he's low, so he can't take the risk. He has to make sure that Jaeger is there to support him and protect his main body, as Phobius is in a terrible position, but Sam's Glory does not want to engage despite having Irithel backup. This is my problem with Death Trap. They're not taking risks. They're just playing too safe in this game. That is my problem with Death Trap. And this safe gameplay is not going to get them anywhere. They're going to take this load, and this is going to be an easy loss. Someone close catches Gato car, but it's not actually enough to actually take him down. The damage of the stacks of Sicilian is not there yet. Sicilian hasn't stacked enough yet in this game. And the Kage released from Hanzo's body. Who's his target? For that like release as Phantom tries to get away, flickers out, uses this as Hanekage retreats. Jaeger using the avatar of the Guardian, tries to get away, but Sicilian knows that he could go down easily and pushes even with the low HP as Jaeger goes down. No one to support him in that place as Phobius tries to pressure Sam's Glory, but Sam's Glory goes out. Look at that crit damage on Irithel. Irithel's crit damage is starting to come out, and that could be a very good chance to snowball if she really knows what she's doing and she's really willing to take some risks right there. Okay, it seems like Belric is really trying to make sure that Mitch gets the first Lord, as Surge is really trying to secure as much creeps as possible. But when it comes to competing for objectives, Saber isn't really a Kirk in a bad position right there. Does Kirk go down? No, he reaches back to the turret as Phobius looks for Sicilian to pressure him. Sam's Honor, he tries to engage Samson and engages him. Maxim Davidson cause bad first release as Sicilian really pressured with the 5 better extract release. 2-man Sanguine close and the Kage gets in the way, but he tries to take down Sam's Honor, tries to chase him down, but that's not enough. Black Surge, you need to go back. Your body is almost catching up with you. As Shadow X takes down Jaeger. They have a free load. See, Death Trap have a free load right here, but they're not going for it. That's my problem with them. They're not going for it. Their Sepa is dead. They're not taking any form of risks. Hilda is around. They have 4 to 3 right here, and they're still not taking risks. It's crazy. They're trying to push the tier 1 on the EX lane. Someone close called Hanzo, trying to follow up with the bat first, but it's not enough. It's not enough. Black Sword follows up. Feather strike right there from Faster to clear the minions as Phantom is in a dangerous position, but Hanekage goes down easily. Hanekage can be very weak in the early game. Very weak in the late game, because the damage now is now really high. Irritated is trying to poke this Lord, but Mitch is not giving a signal. Mitch is not coming to compete. And they're just right here wondering where their jungler is. Phantom is really trying to dish out a lot of damage, but those antenna shield are not making it easy for him as well. That's one thing. Wow, a fierce team fight burst out here as 2-man goes down. It's a 3-for-1. Yeager is pushing it as Phobios pushes it as well. 4-man down, 3-1 right there in favor of Death Traps. That was what I meant by taking risks. And the risk didn't quite favor Yeagerist in that situation. And Phobios took a very deadly risk and went down there. Tries to kill the Sicilian, but Sicilian notices that. And then now Death Traps get a free Lord. Or do they? Nightmare is trying to do something here. I don't quite know what he's up to, but I think he's going to whip up a Feather Airstrike soon. If it doesn't get noticed by Sam's Glory on time, and he whips out his the contrary immunity there from the Battle Spell Purify. Phantom zoning out with Bat First. But Shadow already took it out. Pasa in a bad position there. Healed that position in there. Avatar of the Guardian release. And it gets 3. Man, Avatar of the Guardian. You got it in dangerous position, but he gets her. Sam's Honor trying to get that. Use the Wrath of the Dryad. Stunted them down. Mitch looking for a good opponent, but can't find, because he knows that Hanzo knows of his positioning and where he is. Okay. Characters from Laboratory 1718 like Saber, Alpha, Angela, Jawhead. They seem to have this one trick style that really releases a large amount of damage on you in a short amount of time. And I think this is something that they're really taking advantage of. Let's watch Mitch here. Let's see what Mitch is. Let's see how he's playing Saber, because Saber in a tournament is an unusual pick. And when you see a Saber, it's not something you really look for. You don't really have high expectations. So let me just put the spotlight here on Mitch a little bit, as you can see that Black Surge is clearing, trying to assist with the Lord right there, and heal that positioning there. Phobios really protecting that turret with his life, despite being flanked there by 4 of DT members. But I like that. I love the fact that, oh my goodness, Phobios in the dangerous position caused by Sanguine Claws, and oh my goodness, it's a full-out battle. 4-man out of the garden right there as 4 men go down. Right there, Yeager is trying to pressure, but it's not enough. My goodness, MCN is not making this easy for me. It's 3-4-2 in favor of Death Traps. Death Traps are really catching up fast, and I love that. I love the fact that Kirk is really trying to equalize on behalf of Yeager, trying to push the tier 2 on the gold lane, but Sicilian notices that and comes to defend. My goodness. Alpha is an Apex jungler. Yes. Alpha is an... Oh my goodness, Kirk in a dangerous position. Rose Gold Meteor has already been popped out as Black Sword tries to pressure, but it's not enough. And he retreats back into Hanzo's body. Okay, I think one of the things about this match is Yeagerist needs to chill sometimes, because some of the risks they're taking have not been favoring them recently. It has actually cost, almost near wipeout on their end. So I think they should start rethinking some of the risks they are taking, unless Death Traps could catch up, because the gold lead is now very slim right now. It's almost a 1k gold lead. Before it was like a 3k gold lead, and I really think if Death Traps, if Death Traps don't take it, if Death Traps play really well, they can easily... Okay, I can see that Black Sword is trying to go for Irita right here. Hanzo did Tit of Anakage. Oh my goodness, that was not enough. And Shadow X has already used his Wind of Nature, and Lord is about to spawn in the next 2 seconds. Black Surge is already gaining a lot of spell vamp right there from Hanekage, as Belric and Hilda are trying to zone out, but Kirk is really dishing out a lot of crescendo damage as Black Surge tries to take out the Lord. But let's see what Black Surge is up to. Let's see what he's up to. Retreats with Hanekage as Zega. Feather Airstrike is released by Fasa. And this game is, oh my goodness, Yeager is in a dangerous position as Yeager misses the Avatar of the Guardian, and Phobios goes down. Yeager goes down as well. What is going on? Yeager is 3-man down in favor of, my goodness, pardon me, 3-man down in favor of Death Traps. Wow, that was a near wipeout. And Kirk goes down as well. Wow, that is not going so well for Yegaris. I think Yegaris should really calm down with the level of risk they are taking, because I know I said things about risk, but this is way too much. That was too dangerous. They hadn't even taken the Lord yet, and they were already taking some kind of crazy risks that is already, and Sicilian has already spiked. Sicilian is so fed right now. You can check out Sicilian. He has bounty 226 gold and is almost fully built. Sicilian is so fed right now, and retail as well. So they really should be careful on the kind of risks that they are really taking. And there is no blade armor. I don't see any. Okay, the only blade armor right here is on Gatoka, and that's the only one coming from Gatoka right here. But there's no other person with blade armor right here. So the Lord coming in on the mid, but Black Surge already notices that and tries to take it out. All right. I think if Yegaris don't control themselves, I think if Black Surge is so focused on getting kills rather than actually playing strategically, I don't think this game is gonna end so well for Yegaris. I mean, I'm predicting, but I think Yegaris are going to lose, because Yegaris are already behind in gold now. They've lost the gold lead. They're behind in gold for about 2 point something K. Okay, someone close catches Gato there, but he gets out of it real quickly. Black Surge really aspiring for kills right here. I mean, come on, Black Surge, where's the macro plays? It's nice to get kills, but at this point, you're just baiting them from their resources. I like how he baited the Winter Crown right there with Sam's Glory right there, trying to pressure. Rose Gold Meteor popped out as Sam's Glory retreats. Feather Strike released. Sam's Honor in a bad position. What goes on here? Oh my goodness. Mitch takes out Phobios, and Black Surge releases Anekage again. That of Darad pushed. Avatar of the Guardian catching no one. Mitch trying to come up, but it gets stunned. My goodness, his immortality is going to be broken. No, it's not. I think Kirk should have focused on using his ultimate there to break out the immortality of Saber easily, because without immortality, Saber is going to be less confident in his ganks. And yeah, Granger isn't really cooking much. Granger isn't really cooking much. I think Kirk is playing too safe. Maybe because of his KDA. Kirk is currently with 3 deaths and 6 assists. I think Kirk is not really, confident enough to be doing his Sekaras right now. Maybe once he gets like a kill, he might gain more confidence. But I really like how their traps are really learning from their mistakes in the first game, playing strategically. I think you guys are losing an edge on the macro plays. I think if they can get back their edge on the macro plays and take calculated risk, I think what you guys are doing right now are just irrational risks. If they can take calculated risks, not irrational risks, that will not lead to at least 3 of their team or 4 of their team getting wiped out, I think things could change. Right now, look at the insane positioning right there, by Death Traps, really trying to zone out the enemies from the Lord. I love this hexagonal positioning there by Death Traps, really trying to give a good safe space for Mitch and for Iritel. My goodness. For Mitch and for Rita, as Hilda tries to create a big distraction right there but Black Surge isn't having any of those distractions as he tries to come and take out Mitch, trying to break his mortality, and Iritel jumps out of the position of Avatar of the Guardian. 65 breaks out. Roll of the used, Samaklo used, Ben just popped out, but is this loss going to be secured by Yegaris? Black Surge takes the Lord and takes down Mitch as Black Surge goes down. That was a worthy death. I love that by Black Surge. At least he got his duties. He took out the Lord and the Jungler at the same time. Kirk in a bad position there by Hilda. Sam's Glory trying to retreat. But Sekaras, come on, Kirk. Come on. You have the damage. Cook, Granger, cook. Let us see some Sekaras right there. Kirk is not really performing according to my expectation. I'm a Granger user, and late game Granger is always so insane. So, if you have a lot of things, Granger has a lot of advantages, and I don't think Kirk is really taking advantage of Granger here. If he's really taking advantage of Granger, things are gonna be quite different for him. So let's see what happens with this Lord. I can see that Irithel are really trying to clear the path for the Lord. If Irithel, okay, Faster in a very bad position, tries to use the Purify, but that's not enough. Does she go down? She escapes. Right of Darrell popped. My goodness, as Nightmare goes down by Vengeance. Yeager in a bad position as Anekage tries so bad to take. My goodness, that was a very nasty risk taking. You see, this is what I'm talking about. You see, Black Surge was so obsessed with killing Belric that he didn't know that he was timed out with Anekage. There was no blood. There was not enough blood for Anekage to stay outside of Hanzo's body, and Hanzo retreated back. The body came back to Anikage right where in the middle of the battle where he was, and Hanzo died immediately. I think irrational risk at this point is what Jägeris are taking. They're still behind in gold, and Phoveus is trying to take the tier 2 with Kirk trying to take the tier 2 on the mid lanes, and Samuel Close trying to whip up, but Phoveus is out of range. One of the things that that Phoveus really should learn is positioning and engagement. I think if Phoveus gets really good with positioning and engagement, I think the outcome could be better. A Granger no kills at almost 20 minutes. I'm also like, exactly, Melvin, I play Granger as well, and it's pretty much impossible for me to not have any kills like this far into the game. This is 21 minutes into the game, for goodness sake, and a Granger doesn't have any single kill. Like, it's just crazy. Black Sword is playing too safe in this game, and honestly, the damage is coming out from Kirk is playing too safe in this game, and damage is coming out from Black Surge, and it's coming out from Nightmare. And to be honest, we really need Kirk to perform well. We really need Kirk to up his game, unless this game is not going to end well, especially when it comes to the team fight phase. Phantom gets him with the Sanguine Claws, but it's not enough. Lost spawns in 7 seconds as both teams position well for it. Okay, Black Sword not making a mistake this time around, trying to position well, not allowing. I like how Jägeris are not allowing Death Traps to do their hexagonal positioning around the Lord, trying to zone them out as Black Sword tries to get the first turtle. Okay, as you can see what happens right there. Out of that pop, that's not enough. He knows. Hanzo knows. And then Jägeris tries to pressure Sam's Glory. Sam's Glory taking a risk there, getting taunted, but that's not enough. Feather Death Strike is popped, but Kirk almost goes down. Immortality popped. Oh my goodness. Shadow Axe finishing him up. My goodness. This is a bloody outcome right there. This is a bloody outcome right there as Nightmare in a bad position. Sam's Glory goes down. Too much risk. That risk was too heavy. Death Traps knows what they are doing, and they are prioritizing the Lord instead. Wow. And then Irritel comes to assist with Sicilian. I think Jägeris is going to lose this second game. With the level of risk that Jägeris is taking, they're no longer prioritizing objectives. Black Surge is so obsessed with kills. Their macro game players is so poor right now. I really think Jägeris are going to lose this match. I think I'm going to give you my own 2 cents. They're going to lose it. Unless Death Traps gets greedy and they lose their edge when it comes to their macro plays and their positionings. Once they lose their strategies, I think Jägeris are going to be back, because right now it just needs a little bit of mistake for Jägeris to take back this game and take back the gold lead. Right now, Death Traps have the Lord advantage, have the gold league advantage, have the wave advantage. So right now, if they play their cards right, this is going to be the end. Okay, show the Sicilian stacks. My goodness, excuse me. Okay, I don't think I can display the Sicilian stacks right here. I cannot display the Sicilian stacks right here. So that's not something I can display. And the Lord is trying to be stopped there by Phoveus. Phoveus trying to slow down this Lord, really trying to prevent. But the Lord is dealing a lot of true damage on him. But is that enough? Is that enough to pull Phoveus back as the team comes in to help? Black Sword using the Anikage to try and scare off the remaining one. Oh my goodness. My goodness, Black Sword is really obsessed with the kills right here as the team fight breaker after the Guardian. Feather Death Strike released, and then Nightmare in a dangerous position as Mitch Immortality gets broken. Irritel finishes off Xavier, and it's a clean wipeout right there by Death Trap. And like I said, Death Trap win this game. They take down game 2, and it all comes down to the fact that Death Traps and Jägeris got greedy. Black Surge was so focused on kills rather than macro gameplays. That's why his performance is so poor. He got 6.9 gold. That's a bare gold. He barely made gold. And to be honest, I feel like it could have been better, a lot better, if he had focused on the macro gameplays, and if they had focused on taking calculative risk. They were taking a lot of irrational risk in that game, and that didn't actually work out for them this time around, because they didn't want to take their calculated risk. They wanted to be irrational. So kudos to Death Traps for taking advantage of that and turning the game against them, taking back the gold lead, taking back the game, and winning without much of a hassle and in a haste before Jägeris will turn back the tide. That's one thing about Mobile Legends. If you're not careful, the game can turn against you and you can lose the game. All right, so let's open the floor for the next set of teams that will be coming in as Death Traps and Jägerists go back to the lobby to rethink and reminisce on their last game so they can re-strategize and plan how they're gonna take out their next opponent in the game. Okay, guys, it's been is it commentator keeping one diamond for promo Diaz? Ero Senpai. That was actually funny. Yes, actually, I've had that one diamond for a long time now. I've actually had that one diamond for a long time, a very long time now. You know. All right. So I'm in the lobby right now, and I'm waiting for Echo to bring in the players, you know, so that we can start something. But you know, while we wait for them, let us all listen to the vibe. So I'm gonna play M3 music. M3 music is Rise to the Top by Mobile Legends. So y'all enjoy.